All About Scorpio Part 36. I am so excited, really, really excited because it's already the Scorpio month, and that started October 23rd until November 22, if I'm not mistaken. So for those who already celebrated their birthday, happy birthday to you, fellow Scorpios. Mine will be on the 16th of November, but yeah, actually, the topic should have been about Scorpio cusp, Libra, Scorpio cusp, because I know some people who celebrated their birthday like October 27 or October 26, and they're considered to belong, or to be cusp, basically. So you're like in the middle. Either you have Libra qualities and a Scorpio at the same time. But today's topic is different, of course. But yeah, we'll probably squeeze that in again. Talk about the Libra Scorpio cusp. But anyway, again, I would like to wish every Scorpio out there a happy birthday, especially for those who already celebrated theirs. Happy birthday, guys. I'm so excited, for this month. And I don't know, they say that if you can feel the Scorpio season already, there's something, the coldness and all that. And it's funny, I love watching crime shows. It's not that I'm a murderer or serial killer, but, I'm just understanding the behavior and the criminal minds and all that. But it's funny because according to the research, a lot of crimes are also being committed every Scorpio month, especially November. I don't know why. So I don't think the Scorpios are really criminals, but yeah, but they're definitely not someone you should mess with, Anyway, the topic for today, it's not going to be a really uber long, hopefully, uber long recording because I'm really, really sleepy right now. I'm just about to go to sleep, and I'm pretty excited because I'm going to take a vacation leave this week. It's actually October 30 today, almost 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'll be taking my vacation leave this 31st until November, probably just 5 days, basically, just 5 days of leave. So I'm quite excited for that. Anyway, we will talk about the first topic would be, or just to share to you guys, something that I just found online. It's by www.gettoknowyou.com and the horoscope Zodiac Scorpio. And these are 25 questions, the get to know questions designed to start a conversation with a Scorpio. So let's see, are these really the questions that you would ask a Scorpio? Number one, we have, if you had next Monday off, what would you do with it? I don't know. As for me, I'll probably just, most of the Scorpios I know, they just stay at home. I'm the type of Scorpio, though, that I love to travel, or I love to, go to places and learn a lot of things. But yeah, I'm also, a person who loves being at home and just having me time, watching shows that I like, or doing some research, or playing music, or whatever. I don't know with you Scorpios, if you had next Monday off, what would you do with it if somebody asked you that? Next would be, what was your first pet? My first pet was a cat, okay? When I was small, I'm very fond of cats. I really love cats so much. And I remember I'm like a cat whisperer or a kitten whisperer. I love to, whenever I see some street cats, and especially kittens, I would try to take good care of them. And, and then, yeah. I remember I have this really huge gray cat. I've taken care of that cat. Unfortunately, my mom doesn't like it. And she actually, unfortunately, she had that cat taken away, brought her somewhere else where she can never go back to her home, which was pretty wicked, I know. And it was, I had really bad experience with that because I felt so sad just to share to you. But yeah, that was my first pet. Okay, next question that you should ask a Scorpio, or the get to know questions you should ask a Scorpio. Let's see. When have you seen karma at work in your life? Oh, that's a freaking great question. Well, we have a lot of or shall we say, work jerks. Definitely. I'm working with a lot of work jerks, actually. So the question, when have you seen karma at work in your life? Many things. Okay, I'll just give two examples first because some are very personal because I'm still working with those people. But number one would be I have coworkers who are actually, we're in sales. So basically they're doing all of those fraudulent acts, like they have access to a managerial access where they would actually flip orders, getting online orders, and then flipping it to their own sales rep ID, which is really, really, a big no-no at Dell. So, yeah. And then after that, they get, actually they got, Dell is so good. They weren't really like terminated for what they did. And some of them are very, very, they're very smart enough because what they did was they know that they're going to be in deep trouble. So what they did was they actually resigned. They already resigned. They know that there are going to be some hearing and or investigation and all that. And when they finally, or probably somebody gave them a heads up, so they already, decided to file for resignation as early. That's one. And number two, for some work jerks that I'm still dealing with in the workplace, well, I've seen karma. Definitely, I've seen karma happening to those people, especially for those manipulative people at work, that they would, out of greed, because it's a sales business. So there are a lot of people who are very greedy, very, very greedy. They would do really things that is so inappropriate, so unethical, that in order just to get that position or to get something that they want, they would really trample on somebody's toes, which is totally bad. Some of them even suffer from disease or, some stuff like that you already, observe, like there's something wrong and all that. So yeah, that's probably one. I don't know with you guys. Okay, next one. I'm sorry about that. That was a long, response there. Number 4, I believe. Yeah, fourth question. This one I cannot answer. So I don't know with you Scorpios, especially those in U.S. out there, because I'm not living in the U.S. I'm not from United States. But it says here, what is the biggest snowstorm you can remember? We don't have snowstorm over here in the Philippines, so yeah. Next question. If you had an extra hour every day, what would you do with it? Extra hour every day? I'd probably go hit the jacuzzi. I don't get to do that every day. Or probably, I don't work out, really, but probably do something that would, something health related, yeah. Because I know that I'm not a gym rat or something like that. Yeah. Next question. Under what circumstances would you adopt a child? If I cannot have my own kid, and I feel that I needed to probably take care of or would want to have a kid of my own, especially my age. I'm turning 37, by the way. So and they say it's hard to, there are complications when you're getting older. I might, so that's a circumstance. Next question. What do you have that is of great value to you, but of no value to anyone else? Really, that's a really tough question, but that's a good one, I must admit. What do you have that is of great value to you, but of no value to everyone else? It's hard to answer that, honestly. But since there are a lot of people who probably the great value would be appreciating small things, because there are a lot of people who doesn't have that appreciation for small things. They're all about material things. And if there's something I'm proud about myself, it's that I am very grateful with even the smallest things that I have in my life. The fact that I'm actually eating 3 times a day, or I'm actually, I can pay for my own rent, or I'm, things like that. And that, that makes me very, very that makes me feel so freaking blessed. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people, they're not as, appreciative nowadays. They're like always hungry for more, you know. Probably that would be the closest answer to that question. I don't know. Next question. What was your first car like? I don't have a car. Yeah, I don't have a car because I really wanted to drive when I was, a small kid, but when I actually tried it, I was like so freaked out that I decided I don't want a car. I really cannot drive a car. So I don't have a car. I don't know with these Scorpios. Next question. Who do you think you are most like in your family? I don't understand this question. I'm sorry. Who do you think you are most like in your family? Like, who do you think you're? I'm more of like, well, I'm the youngest, so they call me the brat. But nowadays, when I was smaller, but nowadays I'm the one who actually tries to put every single member of the family together, like I always wanted, to put everyone together, try to throw a topic out there or try to, encourage others like, hey, we should go this, how about we do that, things like that. Next question. What book can you read over and over again? Peace of Mind. The author is actually, it was a book given to me by my dad. So it's Joshua Libman. Let me search that up. Let me check if I have the correct author name. But yeah, I would definitely read that over and over again. Because he's actually an American rabbi, but I love the book so much. I don't know, it's helped me a lot in my life. So I would read that over and over again. Or probably Musashi by A.G. Yoshikawa. I love that. Next, what food is the most fun to eat? Now, that is so tough. I love food, so most fun to eat will be, for me, as a Scorpio, pasta. I don't know what other Scorpios out there. Next, when in your life has a bad experience turned out to be for the best? Well, yeah, there are bad experiences that happens in your life, like you wanted this, but it didn't. I'm not going to go into details because I'm a very, I don't know, that question for me is something that I cannot share all the details, but yeah, I've had experiences like that where I thought it was really, really bad, but it actually turned out to be a good one. So they call it blessing in disguise. Yeah, not sure what these Scorpios out there. Next, what is the most played song in your music library? Lately? Well, lately, I've always been playing not just one song, a lot of songs, mostly from Aha. I don't know, I love the 80s, but Hunting High and Low, The Sun Always Shines on TV, what else? Pantera as well, and Deftones, like RX Queen. There are a lot of songs, actually, because I love music, so yeah, a lot. So I play them all over, over and over, rather, again. Okay, next question. What would be the very first thing you would do if you won the lottery? Honestly, I'd buy a house. And I'd buy another one where I could actually use it to rent so that the money continues to grow, property. And then, of course, treat everybody in the family, if they need some financial help, what else that they need, then I would give it to them, travel at the same time as part of the plan. But definitely I want something that where I know that I would also keep that money, continuously growing. Of course, if you spend it all and then after that you're broke, I mean, that's stupid, right? Next question. Who was your favorite teacher? My favorite teacher was back when I was in elementary. I have two, I think. Well, I have three, I guess. Not really my favorite teacher, but yeah. But really, the most favorite, I have one back in, I think when I was in grade 5, if I'm not mistaken. She was she was really, really nice. She's very good looking as well. And she would, she really appreciates, my hardworking, all the hard work rather that I'm doing. And I like her because, she is really, really not into lazy students, and she would actually try to explain to them why is it that she gets mad. She gets mad in a pretty much, logical way and not in a irrational way. Yeah. And another one would be my teacher for Civica. It's a Tagalog. I don't know what is Civica. I forgot. Oh my God, I'm so sorry about that. But something to do with the history of Philippines. So, I don't know. She always, she's always fascinated because during those times I was being paired up with another schoolmate of mine, whose name is Jason. Jason was like openly telling everybody that he likes me, and he would always call me as his wife. He would always like flirt with me and all that, and I would really shut him down all the time. And I like her because she's like a teenager. Like, she is really giggling, and, she likes, the love thing going on, the love team or whatever. It's funny, but whatever. Yeah. Anyway, next question. Let's see here. What do you think are the characteristics that make a good parent? Oh, wow. I love that question. If you ask a Scorpio that, yeah. What do you think are the characteristics that make a good parent? I know that there is no manual for parenting. My sister and I are talking about it. There's no manual how to be a good parent. But basically, I guess the characteristics is being responsible. Because having a kid or taking good care of a child is, it involves a great deal of responsibility. It's not about you anymore, unlike when you're single, So it's something to do with being responsible is my answer. Someone who wanted to make sure they give you the best for your kid. You understand them. You're not just like a strict parent, but you are also like a friend to them, someone that they can open up to, So being responsible, someone who's always there for the kid, someone who's not smothering them all the time, but making sure that you teach them the things that they can actually, use, or the things that they can apply to their life. And being a best friend to your kids, I think, yeah. I could go on and on, but of course I only have a few minutes. I don't want to spend more than an hour doing some recording, though. But yeah, that's a pretty good question. If you have comments, fellow Scorpios, or people out there listening to this audio recording, drop a comment below. Okay. Next one would be, what was the last national park you visited? National park? I don't know. I forgot the name of it, I know, but somewhere in Baguio. I forgot, but yeah, I went there. It was filled with a lot of, flowers, and it was really beautiful. And there's even a Japanese style bridge there. I forgot, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I like it. Anyway, what is the biggest change you have made in your life in the last year? Great question. Biggest change that I've made was actually to become more logical. And this is a very important answer for Scorpios out there. Fellow Scorpios, hear me out. Because I know a lot of Scorpios who are actually still very emotional. And I am very emotional. One Scorpio man actually came up to me. He's actually one of my friends as well, who came up to me and said, you know what, I'm a very emotional man. I'm a Scorpio too. He even said that, like, I'm a Scorpio too, and I'm very emotional. But I tried to change that because sometimes it doesn't help. You have to be logical. So if there's one biggest change that I did last year, was to become much more logical. I'm still in the process. It's hard because Scorpios are so emotional. Especially, I have this one sales rep. She was freaking out all the time. Like, not all the time. I'm sorry for that. Not all the time. But if she gets so pissed about something, she would react so, like, wow, her emotions are so overwhelming, and you would really sense the hatred. You would really sense, that she's so freaking frustrated about it. And she's out of it, she's out of it, and she's really, really, like, freaking out. And I told her, what, I'm also like that. I'm a Scorpio too. And she had the same not the same birthday as mine. Her birthday is November 15th, and I believe I already mentioned that in the previous recording. So I tried to warn her about that. It's not going to help you at all. So she's still very emotional until now. So it takes time, basically, because that's something that's so hard for Scorpios to learn, not being too emotional. But yeah, it's true that you have to be you have to use your logic over emotion at times, depending on the situation, but most of the time you have to be very logical. So yeah, there's one thing that I've learned in the last year, or the past few years, that would be, less emotional would be my response. How about you, Scorpios? Okay. Next, if you could live in any other country for 2 years, where would you go? Japan. That's number one, of course. I love Japan. And probably Maldives. Maldives, because I love the beach, really. I love it. Or probably, if not Maldives, I'd go with, but definitely Japan is there permanently. Number two would be either Norway or let's see. There's another one, actually. I just forgot. But yeah, Norway. And I love nature. And not Sweden. Yeah, but yeah, Norway, probably. Yeah. And the Maldives. And another country would be, I think there's another one. I just forgot about it. I'm so sorry about that. But somewhere in Norway. It's a European country. Oh my God, I forgot it. I'm so sorry. Probably because I'm already sleepy by now. But yeah, Maldives or Norway or of course, definitely Japan. Yeah, that's, the country I would love to, for more than 2 years. That would be great. Okay. Next is, what is the stupidest thing, rather? I'm so sorry. What is the stupidest or the most stupid thing for a couple to fight about? Well, the common things, because, some of my friends are actually already married, and they fight over toothbrush. They fight over dishes. I think for me that is so stupid. But of course you can't blame them sometimes. They say that those are just actually small things, but it's actually rooted from a bigger problem. So even though it's like quite small, like they're just fighting or arguing over, probably a toothbrush or leaving things behind or leaving the dishes unwashed or whatever, and they fight so much about it, then they say that actually those are just the small stuffs, but it's actually rooted from a bigger problem, So, yeah. Next question, let's see. What do you have an irrational fear of? Irrational fear of? I don't know. I fear cockroaches, actually. I don't know. I just don't like cockroaches. Ugh. Really, roaches, I don't like it. I don't know. That's the first thing that popped into my mind. Next, if you could be a professional athlete, what sport would you play? Either basketball, or I'd go with basketball or tennis, or I'd still say kendo. Yeah, it's still a sport, though. Yeah, kendo. Next question, do you believe in fate, and why? Yes, I do believe in fate. Why do I believe in it? I don't know. That's a hard, but I do. Yes, I do. I believe in destiny, There are things that are actually, it's like there. It's like programmed. It's already there. It's a very, It's a very, very deep question, but yeah, I do believe on it. It's so funny though that it's hard to explain why. Why do you believe in it? But I do believe though that you can actually alter it, especially that friends who are actually mediums. I've mentioned that a couple of recordings before, that I know people and friends, close friends, who are actually psychics. So for someone, a lot of people, of course, there are a lot of people who are skeptics. They don't believe in psychics. It's okay, because I'm also a skeptical person. But there are things that are actually so like, really amazing. Like, how did they, what made them say all those things? And it did happen. That's why I'm bringing up psychics or mediums, because there are stuff that they actually told me, and it did happen. Did I tried to be logical about it. Did it happen because I attracted it? But the thing is, it happened exactly, like, I don't think it has something to do that I just attracted it, It is so precise, it is so specific. So I believe really that there are some stuffs or some situations, scenarios, or things that are actually meant to be, or destined, or what we call fate. But then again, like those psychics and mediums, they would always tell you that you can alter it. You can change it, because, again, you're the architect of your own destiny, So yeah, that's my response. Next, what song do you listen to when you're feeling sorry for yourself? I'm sorry. See, I'm sorry, but I don't have any song that I listen to if I feel sorry for myself. Well, if I'm gonna, if I'm gonna feel sorry for myself, probably anything that would actually just, bring my mood back, like happy songs, or there's no particular song, actually. No particular song. Okay, next. How old were you when you had your first kiss? Believe it or not, guys, I was 22. That was my first love. Yeah, that was my first kiss. Okay. Next, what is your favorite, and the last one, I'm so sorry, it's already the 25th question. What is your favorite way to spend a Saturday? Spa. Because I love spa. I really love relaxing, or, dining out somewhere and checking out some places. So, yeah, I would be, yeah, that will be my response to that. So anyway, that's it for the 25 questions. I don't know if you guys agree to this, but according to them, the get to know you question that you should ask a Scorpio. But before we proceed to the next one, my comment about these questions, some of them are kind of, it will kind of not really piss off a Scorpio, but they would find it kind of stupid, but some of them are very profound. And, to get to know a Scorpio, number one thing, especially for those non-Scorpios out there who's attracted to a Scorpio, do not and never, especially if you guys are just, basically new, never ask them personal questions. Do not, because that would irritate them. Sometimes they would be very, very much transparent and would let you know that we don't like your question, or they would even, try to, get back at you or something like that. But yeah, Scorpios, and a lot of Scorpios that I know, we don't want, being asked too much personal questions, especially from someone that we just probably met like 30 seconds ago, or 2 hours ago, or a few, even for a year, especially if we're not even close to you. So yeah, so be careful when asking some questions to the Scorpio. And basically, with you asking them questions, they would also create, something of like an investigation about you. Why you're asking them those type of questions, and Scorpio can easily pick up on that one. So yeah, be very smart when asking questions to Scorpio. And I would have to say that a lot of Scorpios, and also personally, what I think, I love it when, people are asking me questions that are so profound, You know, when people are asking me questions that are unique or something that is, you know, it's not so negative, or when people are asking me questions, again, that is so deep, something to do with the meaning of life or something to do with the mysteries of life. That is very, very much exciting for me. I like it, you know. So, yeah, that's just a tip, okay? Especially it's already, you know, almost Halloween. That's our trick of the trade for you guys. Anyway, the next topic will be the last one. First would be how to attract a Scorpio man. Tricks, it says here. 16 secret tricks. I know we've already talked about a lot of how to attract a Scorpio man, Scorpio woman, but here are the tricks for Halloween special. Yeah, we'll start with that. Unfortunately for women, there's only 5. But yeah, so that will be the next topic. I just have to pause a little bit and drink some water. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. 16 secret tricks on how to attract a Scorpio man. Now this one, you can go look up www.provestra.com /info and how to attract a Scorpio man. Okay, let's see here. There are many things you're looking for in a relationship. As much as possible, you want it to be full of love, trust, honesty, respect, and commitment. At the same time, you want a relationship that is also energized, fun, dynamic, and of course, sensual. Believe it or not, the Scorpio man can offer that and more. So here are the questions how to attract a Scorpio man and make him yours. Really? There is no need to look further. This list is made especially for you to help you master the techniques on how to seduce a Scorpio man. Oh, let's see. Number 1, getting up close and personal with a Scorpio male. Before you get to know the many techniques in attracting a Scorpio man, you need to get to know and understand him better. A Scorpio guy is born between October 23rd and November 21. Oh, I thought it's November 22. Okay, anyway. And represented by the Scorpion. Many people consider Scorpion as a dangerous entity because of its ability to strike and kill using its tail. Just like the Scorpion, men born under these dates are not someone you can mess with. Deja vu. Yeah, I just said that earlier, right? Nonetheless, this doesn't mean you should avoid men represented by the Scorpion. Believe it or not, they can be the most passionate lovers you will ever meet. Some of their characteristics include being loyal, passionate, resourceful, serious, independent, fearless, fond of being in control. Oh, hell yeah. Ambitious, charming, but with a bit of mystery. Yeah, that's so true. As you go along, you will get to know Scorpio men better, plus lots of dating tips and other techniques on how to seduce a Scorpio, starting with the next tip. Oh. Up to the next tip. Number 2, establish your intentions and decide what you want from your relationship. One of the common characteristics among Scorpio men is their passion. Whether you're looking for a casual hookup or a long-term relationship, Scorpio men can be passionate about it. So what does this mean? Establish whether you want to attract a Scorpio male for casual sex purposes or as your long-term partner. Regardless of your choice, a Scorpio man can be very intense and sexual, making them great for a fling. What? As a relationship progresses, there is a possibility of turning these feelings into a deep and lasting bond. Whatever choice you make, it is important to keep your message clear and set limitations and boundaries to make sure you're both on the right page. You know what? What's funny, if it's about the flirting or Scorpio man dealing with others, flirting with them and all that. I notice, and I've said this countless times before, once they were able to hook someone, like let's say this Scorpio guy was really trying to court this woman or tries to seduce this woman that he really likes or flirt with this woman, and when he finally gets it, he loses interest, and there you go, the hot and cold thing of a Scorpio. They would poof, vanished. I don't know, a lot of Scorpio guys are doing that, for some reason. It's quite crazy. Anyway, number 3, get to know your astrological sign and chart too. So there are 12 zodiac or astrological signs, each belonging to one of the four elements: air, earth, fire, and water. And of course, Scorpio is a water sign, which means dating one is a good choice if you belong to the same group, such as Cancer or Pisces. And there are certain similarities and characteristics which enables you to empathize his moods, feelings, emotions, and even what could be going through his mind. Now, in case you're neither Cancer nor Pisces, then here are the things to remember. Air signs. Let's see. These are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Generally, you will not work well with a person who's a Scorpio, since your spontaneity could make him miserable. Especially I'm so sorry, if there are Aquarius, Gemini people, Libran people listening to this recording, and I'm just going to base it from my personal observation or experience, because I keep on, trying to do some research about these stuff with real people, and I noticed that air signs are very flighty and it's like, again, they're not the type, they can change their mind easily, and Scorpios don't like that. So I don't think that's going to work with a Scorpio, because Scorpios are very fixed. So that's the one thing I noticed about air signs. Another thing is being flirtatious. So if a Scorpio finds out that you're actually flirting, and a lot of, air signs loves to flirt. I'm so sorry, I'm just being blunt. But there are a lot of, especially Geminis and Librans that I know. I don't want to generalize it because that's wrong. But so far in my experience, a lot of Geminis and Libras, or Librans, are actually, they love to, flirt with other people, especially, some of them are even married already. And you get to see the pattern, I don't know why it's always like that, but yeah. I could be wrong, and I'm not saying, again, not that all air signs are like that. I'm not saying that all Geminis and Librans are like that, okay? But in my experience, based on my observation, it's kind of like that, okay? And based on the, stories from other Scorpio men, okay? Anyway, earth signs. This is good news if you're a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. You might enjoy a Scorpio guy, but your love for material things and being pragmatic could clash with his philosophical and dreamy side. Yeah, Scorpio goes well with earth signs, actually. I agree with that. Fire signs. This includes Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, or Sagittarius, whatever. There is a possibility of clashing constantly with him. Consequently, you might resent the darkness and gloom Scorpions are known for. Well, probably because fire signs are so aggressive. And some of their, aggressive, promiscuous. Not all of them, though, again. But, yeah, they're very, very aggressive. So there's going to be a clash. Like, who's going to be the boss? Because most of the bossy type of people are the fire signs, okay? So, yeah, that's going to be, quite shaky. Anyway, let's say you do not belong to the water sign group. That's fine. Let's keep, checking out how to attract a Scorpio mate. Okay, let's see here. Number 4, personality matters, and so does your appearance. It's true when people say that it's not always about the looks. That's true. Apparently, the case is different for Scorpio men. Really? I didn't know that. I never heard about that. Really? A Scorpio guy is attracted to women who are physically attracted. Wearing sexy clothes could be a big plus, but revealing too much can be a turnoff. Really? Scorpio guys listening to this, come on, tell me. Is this true? If he likes what he is seeing, then you're more likely to seduce a Scorpio man. So, women, what should you wear? Wearing high heels is the first thing you should consider. A little black dress is also a good way to make an impression, since you can never go with the classic LBD. Yeah, I noticed. A lot of Scorpio guys likes that. Because I love wearing black, especially a black dress or a jumper. And when they see that, they would really comment about that. Is it just a coincidence? I don't know. If you want to boost your chances, then go for a red dress. University of Rochester experts revealed that red enhances a man's attraction to women and make you more attractive. This means in a pool of women, men are more likely to pay attention to women who are actually wearing red. This doesn't mean you should wear red from head to toe. A red dress will do. But if you want to keep it simple, go for red lipstick. The effects are the same, and he can still make his head turn. Number 5, be the mysterious girl and make the Scorpio man attracted. One of the characteristics of Scorpio man is their love for mysteries and secrets. When it comes to attracting them, one of the most effective tips is to create an intriguing air of mystery about yourself. Very true. This means the less you reveal about your life during the first meeting, the more he will find you fascinating. This encourages them to get to know you better in order to uncover the tiniest details in your life. If you lay everything on the table and present yourself as an open book, you strip him off the idea of solving puzzles. Oh, yeah, true. Be careful with this one. As much as he wants to get to know you better, make sure you tell and share the real side of yourself. Otherwise, he might ruin your chances of seducing him if you pretend someone you're not, which leads you to the next tip. And the next tip, never lie. The importance of keeping it real to seduce a Scorpio man. So, did you know that Scorpio men are the best lie detectors? Even without the device, Scorpios can tell if you're faking every word and information about yourself or not. This is why it is important to keep it natural, real, and honest, despite the mystery clouds surrounding your personality. And that's not all. A Scorpio guy values sincerity and trustworthiness, especially when choosing his partner. Breaking his trust could turn him off and drive him away. And you don't want that to happen. Worse, he will find it hard to trust you, thereby reducing your chances of being together. So if you are serious about how to make a Scorpio man fall in love, be honest and real. He would appreciate you even more. Number 7, know when to start and stop when you play the hard to get card. Here's a problem in the dating world. If you appear so open, comfortable, and approachable, men will mistake you for being too easy and sexually available. So on the other hand, keeping your guards up could turn them off, saying that you're not friendly. So what should you do? Learn to strike a balance. Scorpio male loves challenge, and playing a bit hard to get excites him. Then again, handing everything to him on the plate and throwing yourself at him might bore him, causing him to lose interest in you. So here are tips on how to seduce a Scorpio man while keeping him excited. Use subtle languages to show that you're interested. Maintain eye contact. Smile. Dress provocatively, but not too revealing, so you leave something for him to imagine. Number 8, don't be afraid to speak your mind. A Scorpio man will love it. Generally, men like women with substance as much as possible. They want a woman who can speak her mind and has opinion on important issues beyond makeup and Hollywood gossip. For Scorpio man, being the woman with some substance is one of the effective ways to get their attention. That's so true. A lot of Scorpio guys that I know, they get easily bored if the woman is just about gossip and all that, and there's no substance really. Like, it would really turn them off. True. Therefore, show him that you're a woman with substance. Talk about the things you love and are passionate about. Don't be afraid to talk about big topics and important issues such as politics, gun safety, and the things that happens around the world. It would also help if you can touch on and talk about issues that stir his interest. That's why we gave you the questions earlier, the first part. And I'm so sorry because I think this is not going to be a very short recording. So sorry about that. I wasn't able to calculate that. Anyway, more importantly, don't be afraid to challenge him to a good debate. Tell him the things you disagree about and learn to stand up for yourself. This will surely keep things interesting between you two. Still, this doesn't mean you should have a friendly debate all the time. Okay, so what's the next tip? How to attract a Scorpio man by bearing your emotional side. Exchanging opinions and voicing out your take on relevant issues matter to a Scorpio dude. Nonetheless, this doesn't mean it's all about serious issues and what is happening in the world. Sometimes sharing some secrets and exposing your emotional side could also help in attracting Scorpio men. They may not say it outright, but Scorpios want to get to know you more in an intimate level. When he asks questions, make sure to answer as sincerely as possible. This is his way of getting to know you so he could understand you better. Without revealing too much, drop some hints to give him an idea of who you are as a person. That's not all. Scorpio guys crave intense emotional honesty. If the situation calls, go for it. Go ahead and expose that side of you. If you are not yet comfortable, that's fine, and be honest about it. Otherwise, you might send him a message that you're not interested. Number 10, let him be and don't tell him what to do. You don't like it when someone is being overly critical and overanalyzing your actions. As much as possible, you want to be able to do something without someone getting over your head. Same goes for men under the Scorpio sign. Men born under this sign, and they don't like it when they feel threatened or when someone challenges their personal control. As much as possible, they want to be in charge and in possession of maximum power. Telling him what to do would pull his defensives up and make him suspicious of your motives. It will start to pull back from you and then minimize any involvement. So what's the best way to deal with this? Let him be, play it softly, and don't force him to reveal things about himself on the first date. Allow some cloud of mystery and give him time until he's ready to open up. Do not pry too deeply and let nature take its natural course. Number 11. Listen, one of the most important tools in how to seduce a Scorpio man. Generally, a Scorpio males pride themselves for being layered and mysterious. This is why it could take 5 or more dates before he starts to open up and reveal things about himself. And when he finally does, here's something you should do. Listen. Listen every time he talks and give him your undivided attention. When he says something, make sure you remember it. Believe it or not, it will mean a lot to him if you can remember even the tiniest details of what he shared, because it shows you care and that he matters to you. That is so true. Women out there, whether you're Scorpio women or non-Scorpio, that's so true. A lot of the Scorpio guys loves that. If you pay to that, every minute detail matters to them. They would really appreciate it if you can actually remember it. And Scorpios are known for having very strong mental memory, or that mental thing, They can, bring up a topic that you actually brought up, spawn years back or whatever. Anyway, here's another advice. Take it easy on teasing. Adding a punch of humor in the conversation is fun. But this doesn't mean you should take everything he said too lightly. So at this point, things are getting better between you two. You got past the 3rd date, and so far, things are becoming more interesting. Check out the succeeding things, the next techniques to keep things interesting between you and the Scorpio guys. Okay, number 12. Treat every date as an opportunity for a new adventure. As a rule, dates are fun and at the same time keep the relationship more exciting. Apparently, things are a bit different if you're going out with a Scorpio man. Keep in mind that men born under this sign need constant reason to be fascinated with and by you. Therefore, aim for keeping things exciting, fun, and adventurous. Schedule dates that allow you to showcase your passion over something, and he will be turned on by the idea of you doing something you love. In case he's not fond of a particular idea, be spontaneous and willing to change plans on the last minute. Here's another trick. Change the way you talk about your dates. Instead of saying, let's watch a movie, tell him, let's catch a screening of this great film. The more you keep dates ideas specific and engaging, the more hooked he will be. The bottom line is keep things interesting, from the way you call your dates to the things you will do and everything in between. This will surely keep him attached and attracted. 13, plan dates that allow you to be physically and emotionally intimate. Aside from putting adventure in your date map, going on dates that provides more room for intimacy is ideal. If you want to get closer to Scorpio, then start getting your blood pumping and your bodies moving. Doing something physical together, such as yoga, swimming, and other outdoor activities could pave way to other forms of intimacy. While you're at it, do your best to keep you both emotionally connected. Scorpios crave a connection and getting to know each other in a deeper level, so true. Aside from being physically active, make sure you go on dates that allow you to be connected to each other. So here are some ideas. Go for long walks, have more dinner dates more often, attend intellectual events like debates or reading, then talk about them after. Oh my God, that's so true. Yeah, I noticed that with Scorpio guys. Anyway, the most important thing is actually to be able to spend quiet and alone time together. This will surely get him hooked. Number 14. When the time is right, let go and feel the passion. Scorpios are generally passionate and fiery, especially inside the bedroom. Most of the time, you don't need to initiate intimacy, although it won't hurt if you do so once in a while. In case you feel the urge and passionate feelings are slowly boiling inside your body, don't hold back and let it go. Allow yourself to feel the passion and put him in charge and let him take over inside the bedroom. Ooh. Don't be afraid to be honest and tell him the things that you like and don't like to make the experience more meaningful and memorable. To make sure you can keep up, you could try a female libido product. What the fuck? So this is why it's about Provestra. Libido product? My God. Now that's out of, I was just trying to do some research. I didn't know that in the last part of this, they're going to promote their female enhancement pill. Oh well. Anyway, Scorpio guys, Scorpio people out there or non-Scorpios, better check that out if you want to, probably hook a Scorpio man. Anyway, number 15. Wear the confidence hat. It will surely get him hooked on you. There's something about confidence that makes everyone sexy. When it comes to attracting Scorpio men, being the confident lady in the room will surely get his attention. What does it take to be confident? It's about being sure of yourself and knowing what you want in life. Being confident is also about knowing how to carry yourself well and showing people that you deserve respect. You know what you're doing and you're not afraid to show your real side. Being confident is also about being comfortable with your own skin. You may not have the body of a supermodel or the face of the new Wonder Woman, but that doesn't stop you from loving yourself. And after all, there can only be one for you. And finally, number 16. Be the independent woman. Yes, I agree with this. Again, be the independent woman a Scorpio man can fall in love with. Aside from your confidence, being independent is another trait that can attract a Scorpio male. Career and money are two things, in a Scorpio man's life. In fact, Scorpios are career-minded, that they want someone who shares the same passion with them. By sharing the same passion, this means you should be able to focus on your career and make it on your own. This is why it's very important to showcase your independence when trying to seduce a Scorpio man. Apart from your career and creating a name for yourself, being independent is also being able to stand on your own and being on your own. You don't need a man to make you feel complete, and you can do things on your own. Amen. Yeah, that's so true. For those girls out there listening to this audio recording, I would agree to this, And that's also one thing why Scorpio men and Scorpio women, they also get along pretty well. Because Scorpio women, a lot of them are very independent. And that's also one thing that Scorpio guys like, okay? They want very independent women. They don't want clingy women, okay? Anyway, let's move on because I'm already talking here for 15 minutes. I'm so sorry. I said it's going to be a super short recording, but, it didn't, as usual. It didn't happen. And I believe that I cannot move on to the next topic for the Scorpio women, so we'll do another part 2 for that. Anyway, more importantly, being independent is about enjoying his company and also being able to have fun with other people. Show him that as much as you want to be with him, you also want to make time for friends and family, and that's okay. On the other hand, you want him to enjoy his time with friends and family, and there's no issue with that. Let me pause. Not all Scorpios are like that, though. Because I know a lot of Scorpio guys, they don't like it if their not their Scorpio partner, a Scorpio guy, they don't want their partner actually making times for other people, and that's their possessive side. So it's not true for all Scorpios, okay? Anyway, there's no exact formula that would tell you how can you attract and seduce a Scorpio man. After all, every man is different, including their preferences in women. Hell yeah. Nonetheless, these 16 tips on how to attract a Scorpio man are great techniques to boost yourself in the dating game and get his attention. Wow. Okay. So that's it. Well, it's a pretty good, pretty good topic here. And, funny, because in the number 14 part, my eyes grew big. It was like, to make sure you can keep up, you could try a female libido product like Provestra. I didn't know that Provestra is a female libido product. Dear man. Okay, yeah. Because I was just doing some research over here. Anyway, that's about it. That's a pretty hilarious one, but I hope that this actually was pretty much entertaining for you guys, and this also helped a lot of people out there, especially for those who are attracted to Scorpio man. And what are the questions that you need to ask to get to know a Scorpio person, whether a man or a woman? I'm so sorry. I've been talking here for 50 plus minutes already. And I said at the early part of the recording, it's going to be a pretty short recording, but here I am again. Not the 48-minute. And this is, the longest recording, I believe. 54 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. No. Anyway, I couldn't. I couldn't control myself, especially if the topic is so interesting or if there's something I wanted to, share my inputs. But anyway, thank you so much for listening. I'll see you on the next audio recording. And again, happy birthday, Scorpios. Bye. Happy Halloween, too.